This is a completely out there video, guys. Something I never do. I don't know if you've heard that we're all going to war, you know. Starmer and his party, the Willies, France and Germany and the EU, they're all deciding that your kids are going to war, your dad's going to war. Everybody's going to fucking war, apparently. We're on a war foot to safeguard Ukraine borders against Russia. Now, I don't know about you, but I would like to think that the British government, as it sits at the moment, would safeguard our own borders. But obviously that's not the case. Now, your borders don't count. It's a country here in the European Union that your kids and everybody else is going to. For why? To die on, to get pushed into a meat grinder against Russia. What the fuck's Russia ever done to you? It's never done anything to me. If you do your homework on Russia, okay, it's not what you call the most easiest places to live or whatever. But it has its identity. And that's why it has its identity. It upholds its values, its Christian Orthodox values, and, you know, nobody takes a piss out of Russia. Because if you do, you get clubbed there to heat. Right? Call it dictatorship, call it what you want. And wee bit of info. Everybody's up in arms because Russia invaded. Fair enough. Why did they invade? That's the question. And here's a wee history lesson. You can take it on, you can go and do your own investigation on this, you know, it's dead easy. 2014, or prior to 2014, 3-letter agencies, CIA, MI5, MI6, all that kind of shit, gave Zelensky and the Ukrainians all these weapons to bomb the shit out of ethnic Russians within Donbass and Crimea. What do you think Putin's going to do? Sit back and let his own people get fucking massacred? Now, I know our government would allow that to happen to us because we're white, we're British, they don't give a shit about us. You know, we're just keep the money going, keep taxing us, keep screwing us, all the rest of it. And here we have the Air Vice Marshal, Air Chief Marshal, in that MI6 boot. History lesson. The MI6 head officer. Her grandfather is Ukrainian. But the thing is, he fought on the German side. Now, I don't know about you, but most of the units within Ukraine at that time were part of the SS. So her grandfather was a Nazi. And she's in a position of power now, stating that Britain has to keep going and keep funding Ukraine and all this kind of shit. I don't know about you guys. There's no lot of savings out there. There's no lot of cash that you can save. Because we're HO3 accounts, she's screwing the arse off everybody. Any pensions? We're having it. We want a section of it. Everybody's worked hard all their life to save a few quid. But no, you're not allowed to do that now. Because the British government is taxing you to the max, right? It's taxing you in every way, shape and form, but yet they want more. You have to send your kids, your father, your brother, because we're on a war footing, into some godforsaken country to be put into a meat grinder and slaughtered because our government under Starmer wants to be re-elected and wants the power to turn around and say, we're on a war footing, we can't have an election, to hold on to the power that he has. Do your homework on it. Tell me I'm wrong. I'd love your comments. The Air Chief, the Air Vice Marshal, whatever he is, state that everybody, same as everybody else, everybody's got to stand up, you know, be counted, you know, send your kids to the meat grinder, send your dad to the meat grinder if he's of age. That's all good and well. But see if you sit and think about it in a bigger picture. Now this isn't just principally Labour. The Tories did it as well. Every person who served in the military does for the British nation. And yet, Tory and Labour are persecuting ex-military personnel while prosecuting them after they've left service 50, 60 years later. Hounding them to death. Right? The other military personnel who are discharged, they're sleeping on the fucking streets. They've lost everything. They've got mental health issues, they've got health issues. They've lost everything. They ask for help. You know, you've got all these agencies out there who say, oh, we're doing this, we're doing that. Okay, maybe some of them are, right? But there's a lot of ex-serving personnel who go to these agencies and they go to fuck off. They get nothing. You're left to your own devices. That's not right. While we've allowed all these fuckers in the dinghies coming across from France, come on in. We'll put you up in hotels. No bother. 3 meals a day. No hassle. Crack on. Dental appointments. Hospital appointments. Every appointment they want. No problem. Putting them into local towns and communities at the detriment to the civilian population within those areas, to the detriment of kids and women who are either harassed, raped, sexually assaulted, you don't see the ex-British servicemen doing all that shit. They get nothing. But these people who are allowed in get away with fucking murder. Probably, literally, to be honest. But yet, it's you. It's your kid. It's your kids. It's your family who have to man up and, you know, go and serve the country. in some faraway land? No. Just did. Fucking no. And we have a monarch at this time. I don't even want to say his fucking name, to be honest, because I'm disgusted. Who is allegedly the champion of he's the head of the church. He is allegedly supposed to uphold the church's morals. He's the protector of the church. He's the protector of the British people. He's not doing much fucking protecting, is he? No. This is going to be a really sore subject. If we're meant to be on a war footing, how can we produce anything? They stopped all the offshore drilling of oil and gas. We've closed down the refineries up in Grangemouth for the jet fuel that would be needed for the planes. They shut down all the steelworks, so we can't produce any steel, or we can't do that. That's not green enough. We're pouring concrete down fracking pipelines to make sure that nobody will ever use it again. So how are we meant to produce any bombs and bullets if we don't have any manufacturing? We're going to buy it all in? What way? We're allegedly skint. We're on our arse. You know? And it's quite funny because the three potential countries that are pushing for this war in Ukraine and keeping it going: Britain, France, Germany. They're not tanking it. They're going down the tube faster than fucking water goes down the plug hole. And Germany especially is having a really hard push. You know, Chancellor Merz, you know, he's pushing for war against the Russian bear, and Europe, Germany's going to mass an army. Well, how did that work out in 36 to 45 when we had another Chancellor of Germany? You know, that wee guy with a wee moustache. Who gassed millions of Jewish people. Started on the Romanians and Jews and carried on till the bitter end. I'm going to probably take loads of shit over this, but you know what? I really don't care. If I was of fighting age, I wouldn't be signing up to fight for this fucking country, under this government, under this monarch. No fucking way. So I'll leave that with you, and you can call me what you want. I'll wait for the response. Have a nice day.